Good afternoon. This is Ken at Tortoise Capital. We're ready for our review of sector charts, rapid fire, starting with Alcoa. We're long from the green dot. I would not be offended if you had taken a scratch trade at the yellow dot. I'm still holding here. My stop, which was located at the belly of the dragon, is here. I can't tolerate a second move like that, so I'm going to move it to just at the PSAR right there. Upside, I'm looking for right around here. That's the gain that I'm looking for. Apple continuing the strength. We got two positions long. I was considering a third entry here. But going into the holiday weekend, I was really concerned about risk. I'm going to move my stop up here to the 2-day low. I'll add a third position on momentum and a fourth position if we get it. So I feel pretty good about Apple right there. We're long American Express. We had two scoops and a cash, and then a re-entry. My stop is going to be below this belly of the dragon right here, so let's set that rascal. Make it a little easier to see. So we had Boeing, we had a long and cash on an opportunity, short and cash on an opportunity. I like the range compression in here, and I'm ready to re-enter long or short here. Caterpillar had 3 scoops long and cashed an opportunity on Monday. It has settled down, come back to the dragon and the PSAR. It just flipped. And so that leaves me this kind of move here that I am framing in either direction. I'll take that breakout long or that breakout short. If it's going south, it's going to get to the Bollinger Band mean and fair value. If it gets up here and breaks above this price, then I think we're good to go. If it gets above the hump of the dragon, I'll add positions there. Okay, so now we got those color coded correctly. There we go. So I'll play that breakout in either direction. Cliffs had 3 quick hits and then a cash on the opportunity. It closed well Friday, and I'm now going to play this as a breakout. I will add a position long here or a position short there. So let me bring this up into that's the dimensions, and I'll use that yellow box as my risk in either direction. Campbell Soup, we had 2 scoops short, covered long at the RLXD. Our stop is here. I still like that. The move to the upside is to the hump of the dragon. If it gets above here is where I'm looking to add a second position. Cisco has been really hard to play, and so I'm going to let it settle down for a week or so. Cut, RLXD, pocket, breakout, and continue to be strong. So we got to protect that because it's at the 204 positions deep. So I'm going to put my stop right there and lock that in. Okay. Chevron, we got 2 scoops long and cashed a win. Took the RLXD entry short on the weakness in the energy sector right here with the stop here. I still like all that. I'm expecting it to get back to here or here. But measured protection on that one. Diamonds re-entered on a 1, 2, 3 here. Got the stop at the PSAR. I like all that. That's well positioned. Had 2 scoops on Disney. This was the area we were looking at, and I was planning to play a breakout there, but I did not like the low volume and risk of this week, so I didn't make that play. I'm going to stay with this and extend it. I am willing to go long here. Expand that. And then my stop on the short side to go short would be like right here. So that's the way we're going to play that one, a breakout to in either direction. We're short the industrials here after an opportunity gain, so I'm playing with markets money on that one. Devon Energy, 2 scoops and a cash. It's settled in. I like this little recovery. So if energy works, we'll get long a second and a third position, or I'll go short here with a target down here. So that's kind of a bracket entry. We're 2 scoops short on the euro dollar. I like this one, so 2 scoops and a gain. And then short at the RLXD, added a second position on the breakdown. I like this one, but I really want to bring this stop down to about here and lock that in on 2. I'm hoping to see it get all the way back to the long-term fair value with the RL270. So the financial ETFs, or those currency ETFs, showing some possibilities here for those of you that are currency traders. So we're short Mexico. I'm going to keep, I got my stop here. I'll go long here, and my target is back down to fair value. So that one's still waiting to develop. Brazil. So in Brazil we had 1 scoop, 2 scoops, and then a preserve re-entry on the pocket cash. It broke out from this trading range. I like that with an entry here, stop here, all systems go. I will stop and reverse at that red with the target down to the Bollinger Band main. Facebook, 2 scoops and a cash, fractional loss, RLXD found support pocket, second position long. Got to move this stop up, and that gets us to about break even right there. GE cashed right after making that second entry, re-entered on the RLXD. It's come back and is basically flat. I gotta keep my stop. I'm gonna keep my stop right there. We'll see how that goes. I will stop and short that one. Gold has just been too hard to figure out. We saw in the weekend report this was like a 4 sigma move, and so I'm not ready to go long this one as a swing, and the short side is too volatile. So I'm just going to stand around and wait till we get another long range compression and just play the breakouts. This is Goldman, so 2 scoops and an opportunity that was too good to pass up. Re-entry here, stop is here. I like that. Oh yeah, I will stop and reverse that one from here. Same story in Home Depot, 3 scoops and a gain. Re-entry, still like that stop right there. That stop I'm going to move from the initial up to about break even plus a little fraction. That's no lose plus dinner for 2. IBM has been brilliant. I missed 1 and 2 opportunities to get a second position in. Stupid. I will add a second position there. I'm going to move that stop up to here and lock it in. Will not short that. It's just been too good. Missed the Latin America re-entry. I think I'll go long on momentum, and I'll go short on weakness at the belly of the dragon right in there. So if I were to frame that out. That's the new trade frame. So I'll play that breakout in either direction. Make this a little darker so you can see it. Okay. Intel still long and strong. We moved our stop from down here up to just below. I'm going to move it up to just below the 1-day low. That locks in a no lose plus dinner for 2. The Russell, the Pocket RLXD, still like this. I'm going to move that stop up into here. I'm just concerned about this week ahead, that last week with the holiday and the low volume, and it had some surprising gains to hold over the weekend. People with lack of imagination on the possibility of terrorist attacks. So I think there's a real chance of that being an opportunity to test their hands with a sudden run to the downside, especially with some talking heads that'll say, hey, there's no Fed cut coming because of the jobs announcement. So I think there could be some quick profit taking at the start of the week. So I want to lock in the gains on things where I'm holding one position and just early gains yet. I don't want those to turn negative at this high price levels. So that's why I'm locking in this little gain right now. Same thing in real estate. Now, real estate is less risky when it comes to that kind of volatility, but I still like that. I'm going to lock in that position, and I will add a second one above the hump of the RL10. I kind of like that one there. Now, I'll tell you what. Let's get, if it makes a weekly high, I'm going to ask for. I'm going to add. I like that. Just observing Johnson & Johnson. I think I'll play a daily breakout on this one. So I'm going to slide this over. That's the move that I want to, the trade frame I want to make right there. I mean, I enjoyed this move. It came and found support at the PSAR at the Bollinger Band mean and gave us but an indifferent move. The rest of the market was up, but this one was not up. So this would be a natural place for it to roll over because that's what it did here, and that kind of moved to the downside as a concern. So that's the argument to get short with a target down here, the belly of the dragon, and really the Bollinger Band mean. So those are now the two price targets to the downside, and I would add a second position and a third position if it did that. And a fourth position down here, for that matter. All right, JP Morgan. We scratched that last one. I missed all of this. Let me stop and put the trade frame. So there's our trade frame. I'm bracketing that whole, the real bodies of that little cluster, and I'll get long here. Short there with the yellow boxes, the risk in either direction. On the short side, it comes back to the 200-day and the RL270, and really the Bollinger Band mean. So that's like 1, 2, 3, and then to the upside, it's got to prove itself by getting above this hump of the dragon. So there's actually easier money to the downside on that one in my view. Coke, not sure what we're going to do on this one. Sorry. I'm not sure what I want to do on that one. I think that's the same frame as last time. We'll take that as a triple top. Get short at the south of the dragon. Frame this as the I think we'll do this. Play a breakout from either one of those. So let me pause and color in this correctly. So we're in this position where it's been a nice bull, and so the upside is reasonable for the longer term, but the short side shows some short-term tactical opportunities. So I'm tightening up all my stops. I'm framing these shorter-term short side trades to try to. I have a different directional bias based on the time frame that you're asking me about. Shorter term, it's to the south. Longer term, to the north. Good gains in McDonald's. I don't have a trade frame on that I want to play yet. So let me think about that one for a day. But I like this. I like that gain and the opportunity. And that allowed me to raise cash over the weekend. Marijuana, just nothing here. I don't know what the heck to do with this. I think we got it. Really, it's still part of this long consolidation. I think I'll play it like this with an upside and then a downside here. Something's got to give there. Okay, I think that's what I like. 3M, still long. That one raised our stop to the no lose plus dinner for 2. 1 scoop long in Merck. With our stop in the usual spot, we're just going to leave that there. Let me get that out of the way so you can see it. Yeah, so we're long from here, and our stop is here. That still all looks good. Long 1 in Microsoft, stop at the bottom of the box. Missed the entry on NIO. Should have had that. Doggone it. That's one that I can't really play mechanically. That's really a speculative one. Don't know what to do on that one. Intraday only. Nike, we're long 1 from here. And I got to move this stop up into here. I think I'm going to add a position if it breaks above this PSAR, and add a position if it breaks above the hump of the dragon. Those are my 2 next positions, and then it's free and clear. Okay. Pfizer, long 1. Long 2 scoops in Procter, but we got to protect that like this. Long 1 in the Qs. Schlumberger, I'll continue to play the breakout. Silver, just standing by. Missed that. Silver, like gold, had that big Sigma move. Then I missed the short on this one, so I'm so disgusted. I gotta just leave it alone for a week. Treasuries, we're short from here, and our stop is right there. I think it comes down all the way through. If it breaks below that, we're going to get short another one. Travelers, long 1 in the usual way. Let me clean up that stop. And that stop I moved from down here back up to about there. Okay. Long 1 in Tesla. Got to give that more room for speculation. See, that stop is at the basically at the PSAR. Natural gas, just observing. United Health, observing. God dang it, I got to be able to do something with that. So this has been a long, strong trend. Let's take this as a consolidation area right here among the real bodies. So we're going to move this out to here. And now we'll play it like, we'll play it like this. Long from here and short from there. That feels proper. Dollar yen, we're long 1. Oil, I'm prepared to play this breakout from above, long above here. And this was the exit from this one, so we're going to move that out of the way. So that's the trade frame I'm willing to play. Breakout above this, short below that. Long 1 in United Tech. Yeah, it feels like too much risk. Move it halfway up. Verizon, just here's what I think. The more I look at this, I'm going to treat this entire region here as the consolidation. I'll play this to the upside. So you can read those numbers a little easier. I think that's what I'll do. I'll play that breakout and add a second position above this entire resistance region and fair value. So I'll play right there. Would I go short that one? Yes, I would. I go short here, add a second position below the 200. Yeah. We're long one Walmart. Nothing in Wheaton. Just watching that one win. I think that is a. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. We're long 2. Holy mackerel! It's been so good to us. We locked in this gain from this little pop, so we're right here. Stretch that a little bit. Sorry. So here we are. We're still long 2. I'm sorry, long 1. This was the recovery from that, so we're long 1. That still feels pretty good. Cash to gain there in U.S. Steel. I'm going to bracket this long here, short there. We're long 1 in XLB. Sorry. Energy. I like this. Let's play this. Short from there, and we will get long from here. Okay. So that's our trade frame. Financials just missed the boat on that one. Dang nabbit. Missed that. What happened was I saw that breakout, that RLXD, and so we had framed this, and then I elected not to take this because I felt low volume and market vulnerable, so I missed this move. I don't like anything about this one. It's actually, that's why I should like it. So I think we're going to play it this way. Get all this stuff out of the way. I think I'll go short here. Let's bring this up into here. And bracket that doji, play long from here and short from there. Yeah, that feels good. Let's get this other stuff out of the way. So that's our trade frame. Industrials, we're long 1 and we moved our stop to no lose. Technology, I elected not to take this. I think we'll go short from the belly of the dragon. That feels correct. And I think we got to get long on momentum. That almost feels too low. I think we'll try this. Kind of feels correct. Okay. We're long 1 in XLP. We got to move our stop up to lock in that gain. Let's go right to there. Add a second position above that 2-day high. Healthcare. Since we're framing all of these in the same way, let's just keep going with it. I like it here. I like it. Let's tighten up our stop to here. Metals and mining, I'm a standby and wait to see what we got here. No, I gotta get long that, because if that works, that's gonna work really well. Further proof I can talk myself into anything that I want. So I go from here. Let's do that. That feels correct. Target to the downside, Bollinger Band mean. Target to the upside if it breaks out above that hump, that highest price peak. That gives us room to start imagining that's above the PSAR flip. So yeah, let's try that. Second day momentum and a double top. ExxonMobil, same. This is the same thing right here. Let's go with this. XOP, nothing to see, and back to Alcoa. So thanks for your kind attention, and let's see what tomorrow or Monday's show bring.